Hi everybody, this is Steve Ludwig, host of Steve Ludwig's Classic Pop Culture and the Beatles Hour with Steve Ludwig at planetludwig.com. Here's an interview we did with Shelley Harris, a.k.a. Angry Black from The Howard Stern Show. On August 27th, 2013, show number 4. To hear the entire show, plus cool music and retro commercials, check out the menu at planetludwig.com. And now, please enjoy the interview. There I have the one and only Angry Black on the line right here. Shelley Harris. Shelley, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you for allowing me to come on, man. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing fine. You know, Shelley, I was thinking we actually know each other for about 20 years. Could it be that long?
I would have to say it's probably longer than 20 years. I would have to say, I'm going to say 93, perhaps. 91 or 92, we go back.
Wow.
Because you used to own a little video store in Hackensack on Anderson Street called Video Street, if I'm not
That's
mistaken.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
And I think you're a loyal customer.
That's right. Me and Uncle Bernard, God rest his soul.
Oh, yeah. God rest his soul is right. Yep. Now.
And some people don't remember something called VHS tapes, but, we do.
Yeah, VHS, I think even the beta was supposed to be the better ones, weren't they? But
Yeah, they said beta was going to last, but that went the way of the dinosaur.
That went the way of VHS. Now, listen, Shell, I want to tell our listeners, too, my guest before you, Joe LaRusso, was such a cool guy when I asked him to be on. And everybody, I want you to know, when I got in touch with Shelley a while ago to be on the show, the first thing he said was, tell me when I'm there. So, Shelley, you're really a good guy, and I want to thank you for coming on.
I always tell everybody that some people say that when my time is done, there'll be a few people at my gravesite that'll say nice things, and I think you'll be one of them.
Ah, you bet. Absolutely. You've always been a great guy. One of the funniest guys I know, as a matter of fact. Your name, your Howard Stern show name, Angry Black, you're anything but an angry black guy, at least when you were around me. How did that take us from the very beginning, Shelley? How it started with Howard Stern, and you take us through it.
All right, it started almost 20 years ago. When I first appeared on the Howard Stern Show, I appeared on the old Madison Avenue studio location. And we played a game called Guess the Criminal. That's where Howard and I believe Robin and a couple other guys, if I'm not mistaken, Stuttering John, they picked myself and 4 other black men out of a lineup guessing our background, trying to see if, I had a criminal background, which, of course, I don't. And Howard, of course, picked me. I guess that's just because of the way I looked and stuff. That was my first appearance on the show. Now, I had a different career path at the time, and it didn't work out. So when I lost that job, I got mad at everybody. I got mad at the world, and I got angry. And that's when I said, you know what, F this, I'm Angry Black, Shelley the Angry Black.
And it stuck, too.
It stuck.
What? But you didn't call yourself Angry Black when you first went on the show in '93, right?
No.
When did you become Angry Black?
I became Angry Black when the Insane Clown Posse popped into the Howard Stern Show, and it's made the rounds of the internet, And I remember driving into the city for something. I was in my Honda Prelude. And they were popping off on the air that they'll kick this guy's ass, they'll kick anybody's ass, this and that. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm not too far from the studio. Let me go down there and see if I can pull the card of these two, no pun intended, clowns. Sure enough, I pulled their card, and it was one of the highest rated shows on the old E network, I was told.
I remember it. I really do.
That was my first appearance on the show as Shelley the Angry Black or Angry Black. And it was quite memorable. It was.
Now, speaking of memorable, I'm getting ahead of myself again. When you were first on with Guess the Criminal, what was it like when you walked into the studio and there is Howard Stern? Like, what was your first reaction? Look,
I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna give it to you straight. A friend of mine who works for the Bergen County Sheriff's Department, Detective Ed Brunner, he used to listen to Howard all the time. I said, well, I really don't listen to Howard. So he said, no, you gotta listen. That's funny, whatever. I said, okay. Long story short, I get picked for Guess the Criminal. I remember walking down that hallway into the studio, and I was the first person in line because I wanted to walk through that door. When I walked through the door, and I saw him sitting there, and I remember saying to myself, as I walked through the door, I said, I'm standing less than, I'm going to say 5 feet away from probably the guy that changed the face of radio with honesty, with humor, with determination. And I'm in his presence, and he's talking to me, and I'm talking to him. and he's allowing me to express myself, and I'm trying to be funny a little bit, and this and that. And I was in complete utter awe. I mean, this is Howard Stern. I mean, you got to understand something. There are certain people that make it in the industry that go through life. There's Frank Sinatra, there's Elvis Presley, Nat King Cole, they're sports figures.
The Beatles, Shelley. The Beatles, Shelley.
The Beatles.
Thank you, Shelley.
This man changed the face of radio, and I'm standing in his presence, and it was chilling. I was awe-shocked. I mean, if that's the word you could say.
I agree with you. I mean, he has changed the face of talk radio now. Everyone copies Howard, and I think he gets lost in the shuffle. Like, he's the originator of what we think of as talk radio today. Now, how were you picked, by the way, to be Guess the Criminal?
I still remember. I was unemployed at the time, and I'm listening to the show. And Howard, if I recall correctly, said, I can pick out anybody that's got a criminal record. Black, white, Hispanic, it don't matter. And I'm laughing. I said, well, I don't got a criminal record. Let's see if he can pick me out. And I called the show, and Stuttering John answered. He was an intern at the time. I think he was an unpaid intern. And he said, do you have a criminal record? And I said, no, I don't. I want to prove that Howard could be wrong. At which point John said, let me take your number. I'll call you back. He called me back a day later, and my late mother said, Shelley, some guy from the Howard Stern show. And, it's like prom night, bro. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, right.
And I said, what? And I called back the number, and John answered the phone. He said, we'd like you to come in. And I'm looking at the date right now, 7 a.m., September 23rd. I have it written down on something in my humble abode. I went over there, and it was just, again, meeting someone that you admire, that you appreciate. If you want to do radio, if you want to do TV, and you're standing there and he's talking to you, it was incredible. And I still feel the same way whenever I'm mentioned by him or if he takes one of my phone calls or someone from my studio.
Yep. You mentioned one of your heroes, Frank Sinatra. You are a huge Rat Pack fan, aren't you?
I love, what's the term? My music taste is eclectic, I believe. Is that
That's
the word?
Exact. Yep, that's a perfect word.
I listen to everything, rap, Jay-Z, classic rap, Public Enemy. I love Francis Albert Sinatra, and on Twitter, I follow his very, very lovely daughter, Nancy Sinatra, and she's replied to me a few times on Twitter, very sweet woman. And that's why I actually tease all the time and say I wish that her late dad was alive so he could punch Harry Connick in the mouth. Because this cat just don't get it.
There's the angry black we love. There's the angry black.
I got to keep it real. I mean, there's only one Francis Albert Sinatra. There was only the Beatles, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, and I always tweet out on Sunday. Sunday is my Sinatra. Sunday with Sinatra. So I'm not working. I'm driving around. I got Frank playing.
Shelley, was there a funnier guy than Dean Martin too? I mean, what and Sammy Davis? What a trio they made!
I've got a CD, Rat Pack at the Sands, Live at the Sands, 1961, I believe. And they did Sammy the business, and it was a different time then. It was a different time, you could say certain things, but they loved the man. They loved each other. And I'm going to just say the one line where Sammy was doing his impressions, and Sammy replied, said, Mr. Dean Martin. And Dean said from the audience, this better be good, buddy. 6 of your friends are going to be carrying you by the handles. And everybody's laughing. And Frank goes, 6 of your best friends. And then there's only 2 of us in here we know of, and we ain't too sure about that. I mean, it was a glorious time. They were glorious performers, and I loved them. I love Frank, Dean, Sammy. The performances were incredible.
You mentioned, and I see you and Nancy Sinatra tweet back and forth. Well, while we're at it, why don't you tell the audience your Twitter name so they can follow you?
Oh, I'd appreciate that. It's Angry Black THSS. That's 4 capital letters. Angry Black lowercase THSS.
Okay,
if you want to follow me on Twitter, just hit me up, and I'll follow you back.
I am a follower of Shelley, everybody, and I'm telling you, he comes up with some of the greatest tweets you'd ever want to read. I mean, he speaks his mind. He's anything that's on his mind, Shelley, you don't hold back, but that's what makes you so cool to follow on Twitter.
Some people say I have no filter. I have a slight filter. It's very small, but for the most part, I'm, honest, I'm fair. I mean, I call it the way I see it. I don't necessarily, take the black man's side wrong or she's wrong, or the white man's side if he's wrong or she's wrong. I call it the way I see it. It is what it is. It is what it is.
You're absolutely right, because I know on Twitter, no skin color is right. I mean, if it's a black guy, white guy, Asian, no matter what, if the guy's wrong, you call him out on the carpet for it.
You call them out on the carpet.
Now, a few years ago, Shelley, no, a few years ago, my gosh, I guess 94, your very, very famous fight with Crazy Cabby.
Actually, that was in 2001, April of 2001. We got
like I said, in 2001, Shelley,
of course. That's right, I do.
Oh, wait, 94 is when we met? No.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's so long ago. It's so long
anyway,
ago.
like I was saying, in 2001, Shelley, you had your this really famous fight with Crazy Cabby, and I want to tell the audience, Shelley was nice enough to allow me to come to the fight, but tell us about it, Shelley. Those who aren't familiar with it, and actually those who are familiar with it, they'd love to hear the inside story.
Well, there's always been like a little bit of a beef between me and Cabby. So like whenever I would go over to the Stern Show trying to submit things to Gary, maybe get played on the air or try to give him a bit, he would walk by, hey, there's Angry Black, watch out, I don't want him to get angry at me. And I kind of took it as a bit of a slight. So one day he was in the studio, and I came over there, and I had it out with him. I said, let's get it on. Let's fight. Let's have a boxing match. And Howard was like, are you serious? You want to have? I said, 5 rounds, 2 minutes. What do you want to do, Cabby? He said, 2-minute rounds. All right, we'll do it. I trained. He didn't train, which is evident by the documentary. And we had one of the biggest events in Stern Show history, and they showed it on the Jumbotron in Times Square in 2001. So when the fight was over, everything, we were all off the air. I'm walking out with my friends and family, and all these people on the street was like, hey, congratulations, it shouldn't have been a draw. You should have won it. We thought you took 3 out of 2. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because the fight, it wasn't just on K-Rock, 93 K-Rock, it was on the Jumbotron. And we all had a great morning that day. I mean, my brother was there, my sister, Steve, everybody. And at the end, Howard was gracious enough, as he always is, taking pictures with fans. Steve jumped in the ring and got a couple of snapshots with the big man. And again, it was a big event. Again, I thought I took 3 out of 2. They called it a draw. But the fact of the matter is, it still was something that I enjoyed, and the fans, as well as, again, thanking Howard for allowing me to do it.
No, you won the fight, Shelley. I'm not saying it just because we're friends either. It was pretty clear. But, you said Howard was a great guy, letting Steve come in the ring and take a picture with him. Actually, Shelley, I'm going to tell it the way it is. I was standing outside the ring. Shelley was in the ring with Howard after the fight, and Shelley insisted. He said, Steve, get up here. I said, nah, get your ass up here. And you're the one that allowed me to have a picture taken with Howard. So, Angry Black, I'm telling everybody, he is one very cool guy, and I really, really appreciate that too. And I have the picture, and I even have it on my website. But I'm going to ask you mention a couple of names, Shelley, and tell me what you think of them. Well, Ronnie the limo driver.
Ronnie the limo driver. Ronbo, as Howard calls him. Ronnie is a good guy, and he's like me now. He's an older gentleman, and he's dating a much younger girl, like I am. Mm-hmm. Ronnie likes to have fun. Ronnie likes to, enjoy his life. And one of the best times I ever had with Ronnie was when Howard took the show out to Las Vegas in 2003. I'm terrified of flying, and I took the train across country with a sleeper car and everything, whatever. Ronnie and I, Ralph, Artie Lang, one of the greatest moments, Irish John at the Circle Bar, at the Hard Rock Cafe, 3, 4 in the morning, drinking every night. Women, nothing's going on. Women throwing themselves at us because, in their eyes, we're somewhat celebrities. I don't think I'm a celebrity. I'm Mama Gwen's baby. But he's a good dude, and he's a very loyal friend to Howard, as well as an employee. And you'll never hear me say anything bad about Rombo. You'll never hear me say anything bad. Because we follow each other on Twitter, and I actually tweeted to him a few weeks ago that he was my nigga, which ends in A, N-I-double-G-A.
Right.
And he talked about it on the wrap-up show, saying, Angry Black tweeted me saying that, he and his girlfriend did something, and he called me my nigga. What does that mean? Am I part of his team? And Gary just laughed and said, yeah, you are. He said, oh, okay. Well, I told him to calm down with that just a little bit. I was like, he's still my nigga. Rombo's a great guy.
Yeah, my wife Sue and I went to a couple of the America's Got Talent shows last year when they were in Newark. And I think Ronnie might come across as somewhat of not a goofball, but he is all business when it comes to protecting Howard. Have you found that too?
Yes, he is always business. And Howard, he breaks his balls, but Howard always will say on the air, he goes, Ronnie is doing his job. Trust me, I've heard a story. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not going to repeat it, but I heard there was something where Ronnie could have been possibly injured. This is years ago. I don't know if it's true or not, but that tells you the type of person he is. That tells you the type of loyalty and the type of man he is. I mean, top notch. He takes a lot of crap from the fans, and from people breaking his balls, calling in. But he's a good dude. He really is.
Shell, I think the audience would like to know. Now, you're not Angry Black 24/7. Well, you are Angry Black 24/7. But what line of work are you in?
I'm a unionized employee for Verizon. I've got 16 years vested in my company, my great company. And I'm still strong enough to do another 14 and hopefully retire. I have my life's blood in that company. It's a great company to work for. And I do get recognized from time to time, either by my voice or face. And they go, wait a minute, aren't you? And they whisper. I said, no, it's okay. You can say it loud. They start laughing. I'm a big Stern fan. It's nice to meet you. I heard you work for the phone company. Yeah, 16 years. That's a union employee. But you don't seem so angry now. I said, well, I'm Clark Kent now, ma'am. And she starts laughing. I said, when I'm on the air, I said, I'm Superman. I said, right now, ma'am, I'm all business. Let's get this Verizon Fios connected in your home.
I'll bet it never gets tired hearing people say, hey, man, I know you. You're cool, right? Getting recognized, that must feel really great.
It's a good feeling. Sometimes, like if I'm out at a bar and I'm sitting there and a woman or her friend say, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, I beat that rape charge. Oh. I'm like, you just don't get it, do you, sweetheart? I said, no, you've probably seen me on television or you recognize my voice. Oh my God, yeah, Howard TV, or I saw you on the old E shows. Yeah, that's me. That's it. I thought you were a garbage man. I said, no, my job's a wee bit more complicated than picking up garbage. That's King of All Blacks.
Yeah. Shelley, you have a book in you. Are we ever going to see a book by Shelley Harris?
You're not the only person that has said that. I got guys at my shop steward at work. He's like, dude, you should write a book. I said, well, who wants to read anything I got? No. You got some good stories.
A lot of people, Shelley.
Anecdotes. He said, bro, you're funny. People actually like you. I said, maybe I'll do something. Hopefully, I'll obviously have to get a ghostwriter. I said, that probably will have to help, but you never know. Let's say hopefully something maybe in the next 3 or 4 years.
Shelley, I'm telling you, you'd have a huge audience for that. I would love to see a book by Shelley Harris, by Angry Black. Trying to think of what the title could be. Well, we'll come up with that. Listen, we're actually up against time, but Shelley, will you come back on sometime? Because I have a lot more things to talk to you about.
I'd be happy to come back on, and hopefully next time, if there's some way we can take phone calls, somebody wants to call and ask me anything, I'd be happy to. I'm at your beck and call, Steve Areno.
Excellent idea. Now listen, everybody. Once again, it's at Angry Black THSS, capital letters THSS. That's the Twitter account, at Angry Black THSS, I guess, the Howard Stern Show, THSS.
The Howard Stern Show. And,
see, Shelley, you can't fool me, right?
Yeah, man. You know how it is. And if you want to follow Marianne from Brooklyn or King of All Blacks, they're there also. And King actually writes some witty stuff. He's a pretty funny guy.
Shelley, it's really been great talking to you, and I really appreciate you coming on. And next time, we'll take a couple of phone calls from the fans. I'm sure they have a lot to ask you.
Of course. I'll be happy to do that next time, Steve Areno.
All right, Shell, it's great talking to you. Thanks again.
Same here, and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.